So hello again, Paul.
Yes? Yeah,
So we have met on the Seeds platform
yeah,
some months ago, and today I
yeah,
would like to raise some awareness to your situation and your projects. And
yeah.
uh, I would like to start by asking you to tell us uh, a little bit about your life story, like in 3 or 5 minutes.
That's cool. Okay, once again, I'm very happy to connect this morning. Thank you for that. So, I'm Paul Kotieno, a 25-year-old young man. I have a wife with two daughters, and I'm a manager of an organization that is Kotieno Community Organization. It's a project, a community-based project that was started at 2020 around February. We've been doing a lot of stuffs there. For example, we take care of the vulnerable. Uh, we cater for school fee for the students who are poor. We also give food. We provide food to the poor, and all this mostly we do them from donations and our own work that our own harvest that we get from the farms that we are working on. So I have siblings like six. I'm the seventh. I'm the last born in our house, and I joined Seeds like 10 months ago now. I've been in Seeds. I've been sometimes trading seeds, as in I exchange them for local fiat to meet our daily expenses that we are doing. For instance, we started a nursery, so the nursery really needed a lot of money, a lot of funds, but there was no support. There were no supporters, so I had to sell some seeds. Maybe if I get some seeds, I sell, then we fund the nursery. So that is just part of what I've done with seeds. There is also other things that I've acquired through seeds. We got some electronic gadgets, that is laptop and the charging system. So that one we got from some donations that was made through Seeds platform, and Seeds has been supporting us. Yeah. So I once wrote a proposal, though it never passed. It was asking for 144,000 seeds, but it never passed. It failed. Uh, it was just in favor, though there were, all the proposals for that season failed due to too much negative on one proposal, too much negative votes in one proposal. So it never passed. But I've been getting seeds through several sources. Maybe friends can donate seeds as gift. Maybe somebody can just instead of donating money, they donate seeds, something of that kind. And also giving a story, like if you give a story on seeds on some platforms, you can get rewarded with seeds. Then there is also a part in seeds that is a good deed part. I just came up with my story. I put it on good deeds. Then I got some seeds. I also got some seeds from Krisaiki about uh, about 4 months ago. So that is how I've been getting seeds. So I'm not all that good financially, but because the project is like a charity, we just do the farming, we harvest, then we give some to the vulnerable, and some we keep for ourselves to keep us going. But there is a problem. The current situation What happened is last season things were not all that good, not to only us but to the entire nation, almost the entire nation. People did not have good harvest. There were no good yields, so a lot of things were destroying. A lot of things withered due to lack of enough rainfall. So as a result, there is a lot of hunger right now. There is no food. So that is a very great challenge to us who are working on the farm. We have a lot that we have just to struggle to make this season successful. So as for now, we are just working. We are somewhere. In 2 months' time, I think we'll be harvesting, and I hope for the best this time because there are good rains. Yeah, thank
Uh,
you.
Thank you, Paul, for sharing a bit of your your current needs and a bit of yourself as well.
Yeah.
Um, so what do you actually do for living? I understood you harvest. And do you sell what you harvest usually, or do you do anything else?
It's okay. It's okay. Thank you once again. So I used to teach. I was a teacher. I was teaching business and history in high school, but I left teaching. It was an orphanage school uh, that was being supported with some whites, but the school just collapsed. When the director died, the secretary who came up to stood in the position of the director did not manage it well. So that's how I lost my job. Then I just said goodbye to be employed again, and I started this my project. So I just decided to start farming. So I started with two of my friends. I just sat them down, we talked, then we started farming. So that is what I've been doing from 2020 February until now. There is no side hustle. There is nothing else I'm doing apart from that. I'm just farming. Then whatever I get from the farm, that is what I divide with people. That is what I do everything, all my stuffs with. Yeah. Thank you.
So what do you actually eat? Is just what you collect from the farm, or is there
It's
something
okay.
else?
Not really. Not really everything is just from the farm. For instance, but the staple food in Kenya is maybe maize and vegetables. So the most important thing to have in Kenya is maize, the corns. This maize, if you have maize, then you can just maneuver around to get something that you can escort it with, because we make something called ugali with this maize. Then the maize is the most important thing in Kenya. So you must mostly, where even if we are farming, we measure too much on maize. We might be having large tracts of land, but you see, you just take the big portion, the biggest portion of your land to put maize. So when you harvest maize, for instance, let's say we harvest maize like even 10 bags, I can keep 5 bags that I know that can take us for sometimes, because during the time of harvesting, people can eat maize the way when it is just from the farm. Uh, you can just cook it the way it is, then you just eat it. So by that time, there is no hunger. There is a lot of food during harvesting. There is a lot of food. People are always satisfied, something of that kind. So we have to dry the other maize. Then we keep them for we keep them as we start for the next season. When there is now hunger, is when we use it. So maize is the most important thing. So the other food might be things like maybe eggs, maybe chicken, something of that kind, or maybe meat, beef meat. or any other thing. So these ones, maybe if you can just buy, there are butcheries where you can get them. There are people who sell eggs. There are a lot of stuffs in the market. Yeah. So maybe in one area you get people are doing poultry, and you in another area people are just doing maybe farming, something like millet only. You find some people are doing cassava farming. So all these things, when they bring them to maybe one market, people do exchange things, yeah, with money. So you find that when you go to the market, you find somebody has brought cassava, somebody has brought millets, another person, there is meat, there is everything that you might need. So you just go buy whatever you need. Then also another food that is also readily available is fish. There are lakes around. People do fish. People are fishing. If you are expert on that, so you can go and do fishing, or you can buy from the fishermen. So those are the kind of foods that we eat.
Mm.
Thank
And
you.
f- and for how long have you been without eating?
Oh, it's okay. We have just to manage. Now almost 2 weeks we manage with drink. So what we do when we wake up, we go to the farm at 6. We do weeding. As per now, we were weeding. So we do weeding until around 1, that is lunchtime. We take porridge. Porridge is made from millet and maize. So we take porridge, then we rest a bit, even like 10 to 15 minutes. Then we go back to work. We work until around 4 p.m. Then we call it a day, or we can go to other duties. So as per now, we've been majorly surviving on drink, because the little maize that we might be having cannot sustain us if we use it to prepare ugali daily. But ugali is the thing that people prefer mostly. So you find the challenge is, you find somebody is coming to work, like let me say the volunteers, somebody is coming to work, there is nothing completely, he has left back at home, maybe he's serving some kids, maybe he's a man of family, a family man who has some kids at home and the wife. So after the work, you find the person needs maybe a tin of maize. He cannot get that. Like there is a time I used to give out, I give you maybe 2 tins of maize that can take you to some 2 to 3 days, something of that kind. So you find it's really hard, because you have nothing to take back home. You just come, work, you drink maybe that porridge and get back home. So it demoralizes some people, leaving just few people to continue working, and by that it's very difficult, because the few that are working maybe cannot manage the whole farm, something of that kind. So you find we have to go to one farm severally, so that we can finish weeding it, something of that kind. So
Mm.
that is how we are surviving. Thank you.
Um, and so what do you need to be able to sustain yourself right now?
Right now, what we need is just maize. That is, like for now, if we could be able to get two sacks of maize, it can take us until we harvest our own, because it's actually 2 months. It's like 2 months, or one month and some 3 weeks to harvest our own maize and other things. So we actually, if we have 2 sacks, it will take us till that point. And this time, I'm really expecting a lot, because there is enough rainfall. Yeah, it rained even yesterday. It rained, so things are not all that bad. There is a lot of the the the, the farms are okay. They look healthy, very green. Everything is just fine. So we are just expecting good yield.
Mm.
So maybe if we can get that maize, then we can just be okay. The other food stuff, things like we have some kales there we can use, maybe getting some ingredients. That is just like I can say maybe 30 dollars can be enough for the budget of other stuffs. But a sack of maize is $50 for now. In fact, it used to be even $25. Even the last season, it was around 30. But as per now, things are very high. It's 49, around 49 to 50 there. So that is the problem. As per now, we actually need 100 for the two sacks that can take us for the rest of the days till we harvest. And maybe if we can also get the other food stuff which are not mostly required, not all that important, but if we can get them, it can cost us even around even $30 can just be okay. So that is the problem. Thank you.
Okay. And I understood you have some seeds you can offer in return.
Yes, I have some seeds that I can offer in return. I have 1,500 seeds.
Okay. How did
Yeah.
you how did you first got your first seeds? How did you get them?
Okay, the first seeds, when I was introduced in this in like about 10 months ago, uh, by somebody called Tonde from Zimbabwe. He sent me 2,000 seeds. So he was the very first person to send me the seeds, then followed by Victoria, who also sent me the seeds. Then I gave my story on library and seeds.
Uh,
Taylor Wakefield sent me it was 6,000. We were two. Then we divided 3,000 seats. We were we were two of us. So we divide 3,000. So that's how maybe sometimes if uh, I do something, maybe if we share with somebody, I can get seats. Yeah. And also there is a time I was getting some little cash, so I could buy some locally. You get somebody is in Kenya, my fellow Kenyan, and he is really in need of local fiat. He asks if you can take. I buy, I give the cash directly, and he sends me the seats. That one I've also done. So if I have money, I can also buy locally. So those are the sources that I've been using to get them.
okay. And so how can people help you out if they want?
It's it's okay. People can help me out if they see whatever we are doing is good. If they can give a helping hand, they can visit our farm page and see whatever we are doing. Uh, we also have a farm description, HTTPS, uh, HTTPS Kotieno Community Project, Kotieno Community uh,
You
Project
can
dot farm
you,
dot organization.
okay. You can send me the
Yeah,
link afterwards, and I can post it alongside with the video.
that's okay. I'll do so. I'll send the link. So we have a web page there, and we also have the description, the farm description. Then we also created a link for donation, though nobody has used that link. So it's also there. It also have some pictures and some descriptions too. So I can also offer seeds in return in somebody who may wish to help us to get the food that is our to settle our current situation. I can give the seeds in return. Yeah,
Okay.
thank you. Yeah,
So thank you very much, Paul, for your time.